want to spend the rest of my life with her with me? And the answer was, I just don't know. And I thought that in itself was a feeling that actually I have to be truthful here. I didn't feel comfortable now living with a girl without being married. And so I just had to be honest with myself. And I felt by doing that, I was being honest and truthful to her. So I think the Lord just led me to some truth. Now that was painful and it was hard, but it was grounded in the truth. And if you're standing on the truth, then everything else then falls into place. And gradually, of course, we did split up, and I think she's happily married now. So, the Lord looks after everybody involved. It got a bit more complicated. I then started thinking about, Lord, I'm in chemical engineering, but what is my calling? Should I stay here? But I had a sense He was calling me to something beyond that. And I was reading St. Paul, and he was getting me fired up in the New Testament, and there was just this wonderful living immediacy about St. Paul's faith, and the faith that, the scriptures, when you read them, there's real immediacy of relationship with God, and of calling. All of us have a call. And I wondered when I was being called to the priesthood, and it just would not go away, this thought. It was like a niggle that I got initially. And initially I felt, that'd be good, and then I thought, that means as a Catholic, being celibate, and not sure I want to go down that route particularly. But this feeling just would not go away, this niggle I had. I went to a vocations weekend, nearly ran away, because I thought, I can't do this. But this niggle just kept on and on and on. And I think my heart of hearts, I did want it, but in reality it was hard to say yes to the Lord with it and just go with it. Another complication was I met someone in Luton, a girl in Luton, and of course that was difficult too. And we could have got married, and again that was a very hard decision, because I wondered there, which way am I being called here? And I remember being with that girl one evening, and we were just having a kind of cuddle, and I thought there's nowhere I'd rather be in the world. However, it's not enough. And I thought then, okay, I think I'm being called beyond this. Now that's not to say marriage is a wonderful thing, but I think it was the call was to the priesthood, and that's where my true happiness would lie. And that's where my God, I think, was calling me. And I just had to, I think, be honest again and just say, and that, I went off to seminary then, and that was really hard, because at seminary you always think the grass is greener on the other side. So I was thinking, should I have made that decision? It'd be nice to have a girlfriend again. All that was a big struggle at seminary. But I went to seminary, and I felt, even though it's so hard, it was the place where my deepest peace lay, really. So God gives us a deep peace, but it's like an ocean. I think the peace is down there, but all the struggles on the surface seem big. Actually the peace is there. So I think it felt like that. Every so often I think, no, I want to run away from here, but I just couldn't, because I knew I was running away from God's call. I just could not do it in good conscience. And so we started with it. Met some great friends, Father Simon at seminary. It's never been the same since, has it, Father Simon? We've been on holiday together every year, it's been great. But, and of course Father Simon introduced me to the Zion community as well, which was initially for me, I found quite overwhelming, but actually through that side of things, through that great celebrations we had, charismatic renewal, and through the kind of experiencing powerful prayer as well, it just kind of really invigorated my faith as well, and that was a very important dimension in my faith journey. So through such, I should mention as well, the other big thing was my mother died the year I went to seminary. So. But that was a real faith-filled experience, because she was reconciled with the church again. Father Mark Floody went to see her, anointed her. She went to confession, she received communion. And I really felt God's presence around at that time. And that was a completely different experience. My dad, it was, maybe I wasn't in the right faith place for it to be. And ages, I suppose, makes a difference too. But I felt, I could see the power of the priesthood in my mother, and how important it was to have Christ's anointing and presence, tangibly feel his presence amongst So, summary then, lots of studies and struggles, but the Lord kept me, I think, in a deep peace, ultimately, and eventually went on to be ordained 4 years ago for the Diocese of Northampton. I've been at Kettering as an assistant since then, and it's been great. You know, certainly haven't regretted the decision I've made. It's wonderful. All of us do have a call. It's wonderful to have a calling, and I think as a calling as a priest, it's a real privilege and honour. It's unbelievable the things you do. They're tough situations sometimes. You know, we do get call-outs to people dying, even to babies that have died, stillborns. You know, some really, really hard things we deal with. But we know as well that Christ is there with us, and X is Him. It's important that the priest is there. It's not about me or Father Simon. It's about Jesus, His anointing upon us as priests, that He touches others, and it's very, very important. I remember Mark Foley always said, doesn't matter who's dying, you know, if they have strong faith like that as a Catholic, then you think, who would you want to have at your bedside? Well, it's not going to be David Beckham, it's not going to be any super, it's going to be a priest, because you want Jesus Christ present in a powerful way at that time. So that's always stuck with me, and I think I've seen it in action in my ministry in many times, confession too, and just in the general things we do. So it's a wonderful calling as a priest. But I think wherever our calling in life, it's wonderful because it's God's desire for us. He's made us who we are, and He knows us through and through. As Psalm 139 says, one of my favourite psalms, that even our parents, you know, they expect a child, but they don't know who we are. Only they accept us, of course, and welcome us, get to know us. But God